Alright guys, so I want to talk about this, I keep hearing, he has a tremendous ego, he is a megalomaniac, he is this, he's a narcissist, this and that. Funnily enough, fitness-wise, these comments come that I'm a narcissist, and these same guys, look at my big biceps, It's stupid, man. Have you ever seen me do a bicep pose or a back pose or any of it? It's all bullshit. I don't need to do that. These fat fucks that do these poses, I could take their girlfriends from right under their fucking noses. They wouldn't even know it. All it would take from me is a couple of works, and I've done it before, This isn't an attempt to toot my own horn. It's not an attempt to, make these grandiose comments or anything. It's just fact, A lot of wives, a lot of girlfriends are very unhappy with their loser fucking boyfriends. And a lot of you watching this will unfortunately fall into this category, But the point isn't that. The point is this. Ego, long before I became the handstand push-up champion, before I became Mr. Pull-Up, before I became all these things, I knew in my mind I was better. This was even when I was fucking obese. When I was this fucking fat and obese, I knew I was better than the vast majority of people out there because I had it up there mentally, I had the work ethic, I learned a lot along the way, I made mistakes, blah, 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 but I got there. But a lot of people will tell you, keep your ego in check. You shouldn't have an ego. And these comments, as you rise higher and higher through the, ecosystem or whatever you call it, you hear them more and more from losers that have nothing going on in their own lives. Nothing at all. They're still stuck in the same position and mental, financial, emotional that they were when they were 22, and now they're, maybe 40 or whatever, nearing it, whatever. I keep hearing this from my ex, too. Like, you've got a huge ego. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I deserve to. I wouldn't be where I am without a fucking ego. I do have a huge ego, and it's only going to get bigger. But it's backed up by fact. I drink more beer. And again, this is a very painful fact for many people to hear, because my beer drinking pisses a lot of people off. Oh, he's in such good shape, but he drinks so much beer. Yeah, you idiot. You can be in good shape too if you follow what I tell you. If you're not going to penny pinch and sit there when I tell you to buy a product, you can drink beer too and do pull-ups, push-ups. I'm no genetic freak. My genetics are terrible. Yet I've made myself into what I am. A lot of people. But anyway, I drink more. My beer costs more than what she earns in a month. Painful fact, but it's true. So I got a fucking ego. Yeah, I'll always have it. And I always had it, and it's just growing bigger and bigger. Now, this is not to say you should have a false sense of pride. No. I say this in every fucking video. I am nowhere close, as of yet, to being a multimillionaire or even a millionaire. No, I'm not. But so what? Who cares? I still got all the fucking girls I want. My business is growing every fucking day. My social media following grows every day. My YouTubes and all that. And, it's not about a lot of people, if he's got... I keep hearing these stupid comments like, there's a fat dentist, a fat fuck that lives, a couple of houses down from where I live. And my mom and dad were always quick to comment, but, back during the day when I was fat, you're obese, your tummy hang over your pants. Well, my dad's tummy has always hung over his fucking pants. He admitted it to me himself. I'm no less of an elephant than you are, It's amazing. Rather than fucking uplift your kids, you fucking put them down. But that's how my parents are. But anyway, this dentist is a fat fuck. He's a doctor that advises people on, a doctor. And I was discussing this with my mom once, and he goes, so what? He earns a lot of money. What? So he earns a lot of money, but he's still a fat fucking slob. That's just the bottom line. Oh, no. Hey, so what if he has a lot of fucking money? What's he going to do with that money? He can't get no girl. He has no freedom. He's tied to his wife, who he doesn't like. All very painful and uncomfortable. Nobody, he has maybe 10 times more money than I do, but I'm the one that walks down the road and gets, he's a movie star. He doesn't get it. What the fuck are you going to do with all that money? It's not about money. It's about how you take care of yourself as a fucking man. It's about improving every day. And a healthy ego is part of it. If you don't got an ego, you'll forever be a loser, peasant, whatever. You'll be a fucking loser. If you don't got an ego, you'll be a fucking loser. And I'm living proof of that. I do have an ego. I would never have gotten to whichever point. And a lot of you guys know about the fitness business, but you don't know about the other business that really powers it all, the erotica. That is really ascending to new levels, no pun intended. Next time somebody tells you you shouldn't have this giant ego, you should very politely ask them, sir, ma'am, whoever the fuck it is, you idiot, whatever, what have you ever accomplished of note? Name one thing in your own life other than whining about what other people do. Now, it's going to piss them off, but, what have you accomplished? You tell me your accomplishments, I could list my accomplishments, 10 times a day on autopilot, and I do. It's funny, man. This guy, he writes me an email, oh, you're a narcissist, and why? Because I called him a fat fuck, which he is a fat fuck. He's a fat fuck with a 2, if even that, as a girlfriend, or wife, or whatever the fuck it is, and I can't even remember. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he was there on the fitness business. But he's one of these idiots that doesn't want to do squats or whatever. He didn't want to buy the book on squat. Ooh, it costs $49.99. Look, you moron. How much are you paying in the fucking gym? More than $49.99. Anyway, this guy's 2 would be begging to suck my dick if I just fucking... I'm extremely good looking. I have enough money. But even when I had no money, girls were chasing me in droves. They were paying for me. I never asked. I have that vibe. I have the fitness. I have the X shape. I'm going. And females can sense that about a man. When you're moving up in life and you're truly trying, there's an energy about you, vibe about you. Not just females. Anybody can sense it. Now financially, you might not have quite gotten theirs yet, but you're on the way there. People can sense it. And females are very attracted to that. Now, if you're very handsome like I am, added bonus, but you don't have to be handsome. It's not about, but that's a very, that's an added bonus. Anyway, I could text this guy's wife a couple of things and she'd be mine. It's that simple. My point in saying all this is it irritates me to constantly hear, oh, he's got a big ego. Well, I do 150 to 250 push-ups every day. I do them while drinking beer. That's not, Mike Tyson numbers, no. But, I freely admit Mike Tyson is 10 times better at push-ups and he could kick my ass. And he should have a big ego, but I, and a lot of you guys watching this, am in better shape overall than 99.99% of people out there. If I wasn't, you wouldn't be following me. Physically, females-wise, the first question I get asked, oh, but sir, you must have so many girlfriends. And it irritates me because I'm like, dude, fuck off. It's not my business, I have a lot of girls, but I don't even fucking talk to them most of the time, People have this stupid idea that, he's hanging out with all these girls. And no, I don't hang out with girls all the time. I go to them when I need them, The bottom line, man, you should always have a big ego if you're in any way, shape, or form serious about success. You gotta believe in yourself first. You gotta believe you're the real deal before you actually get there. And you gotta put in the work. It's not just about belief. If you're like, I'm the real deal, but you do exactly F all, then you're a fucking pansy, and you're a fucking hypocrite, and nobody's gonna respect you. But if you're putting in the work, you gotta have the big ego too, man. It's that simple. Later.